Why visit history?
Why do they teach us the history of Napoleon the ungodly and polish it for us, and do not mention to us that he killed 3,000 prisoners treacherously after they surrendered? Why do they not mention that he went to Jerusalem and said, "The time has come for the Jews to return to their country"? Why do they not mention that he was killing, by direct order, while leaders of the country and their heads were hung at the entrances of the country? Why don't they mention that he entered Al-Azhar with horses, and slaughtered the blind sheikhs and students of knowledge? Why do they teach us the history of Cleopatra, even though she's a perverted and an immoral traitor, and not teach us the history of Aisha, Asma, and Aisha the wife of Pharaoh? May God be pleased with them all. Why do they teach us the history of Plato and Socrates, and not teach us the history of Salman al-Farsi? May God be pleased with him. Why do they attack Bukhari, Muslim, and Uqba bin Nafi, and delete their biographies from the curriculum? Why do Muslim writers write about non-Muslims with politeness, reverence, and glorification in history? Is it intended that we lose our Muslim identity, little by little, so that we can shed it, and form a Muslim generation that does not know anything about its conversion to Islam? Does this mean the spread of immorality and bad morals are preventing us from spreading correct knowledge? The West has no real heroes in its history. That's why you find them teaching their children imaginary characters. They produce 5 series films for them about Batman, Spider-Man, or Superman, and show them defending the land and their country, America. They teach their children these imaginary personalities, and leave our great history, in which you'll find the greatest military commander in history, Khalid bin al-Walid, destroyed the Roman and Persian empires in only 5 years. And in the Battle of Mu'tah, 9 swords were broken in his hand. In the Battle of Yarmouk, there was another companion named Dirar ibn al-Azhar. The Romans called him the bare-chested devil because, before the battle, may God be pleased with him, he killed 20 of their leaders in a duel, one after the other, and broke their spirits. And those heroic actions they can't do even in their movies. Likewise, Al-Qa'qa bin Amr al-Tamimi, may God be pleased with him, whenever he used to stand at the front of the army, it meant that you have won. Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, may God be pleased with him, once said about him, "No army is defeated when there are the likes of Al-Qa'qa in their ranks." And Yusuf bin Tashfin, they made him angry, so he went up to Andalusia, when he was 83 years old, and defeated the Crusaders. A crushing victory for them, which delayed the fall of Andalusia by 4 centuries. Then he returned to the desert to complete his life. And Harun al-Rashid used to perform Hajj a year and invade a year. And Omar bin Abdulaziz in the state of the Umayyads used to rule from China and India to Andalusia, and he spread justice among them all, until he said, "Spread the wheat on the tops of the mountains, for the birds in the same way, so that it would not be said, 'A soul went hungry' during the era of Umar bin al-Aziz." And al-Mansur ibn Abi Amir did not leave any Muslim prisoner in the prison of any infidel. Rather, he freed everyone, and Allah gave strength to the Muslims through him. He fought 54 battles, and he was never defeated in any of them. And Mahmud al-Ghaznawi, may God have mercy on him, conquered the subcontinent, and found there many idols that people worshipped. The number of those serving it and its custodians were 50,000, so he defeated them all, and they tempted him with all the money from the temple wealth so that he would not destroy the wondrous idol. So he thought a little, then said, "If God calls me on the day of resurrection, I would love for him to call me, 'Where's Mahmud the destroyer of the idol?' and not 'Where's Mahmud who left the idol for money?'" And when the conqueror Uqba bin Nafi, may God have mercy on him, arrived with his horsemen in the Atlantic Ocean, until the feet of his horses were submerged in water, he called out loudly, saying, "O God, I bear witness that I have reached the effort, and had it not been for this sea, I would have gone on to fight those who disbelieved in you so that no one would be worshipped except you and turn back." These are our real heroes. Teach them to your children, because we are not like those who have no history. They also try to make us believe that they destroy us, and then enslave us. He who has no history, has no future. If you found this video helpful, please support us by subscribing, and spread it, counting the reward with Allah.